And when we look here and we see all the gouging, it doesn't even give us one little fraction of what the suffering would have really been. And if it was even this bad, it would have been a horrifying thing, but it was way worse. It was so bad that in Isaiah, I believe it's chapter 1, verse 6 or somewhere in that vicinity, that it says that there was not one spot of sound flesh left on his body from the sole of the foot all the way to the top of the head. But wounds and bruises and putrefying sores is the way the King James Bible put it, but from other translations and from the original, it's open wounds and fresh dripping wounds. And here you see the face is so beat up, swollen, because the number of people that came before him and punched him in the face, it was over 350 people that walked in front of him and mocked him, and each took a turn punching him in the face. And here is the 4th century Catholic gravedigger uniform with the swastikas. And it's because at that time the swastika was actually a symbol of the sun god and worship of the sun god. And the Catholicism came out of the sun religions of Rome, and that's why the swastika's here. And when Hitler picked up the swastikas, he actually got them from the ancient cultures, and even especially from the Hindus in India, where all the temples have swastikas within them. We see down here in the corner the money bag that Judas collected. He was the money keeper, and when here he had the 30 pieces of silver for the betrayal money. And then the little bag is actually shaped like a fish here. That also in the ancient pagan religions, the fish god was Dagon or Dagon. And here we see on the nameplate that was going to be nailed to the cross, and here's the name of Yesu written in the Hebrew letters across the top line, and it's Yesu Hanatsri, which often translated Yesu of Nazareth, but Natsri actually can mean the watchman, and it's also the name for Christians. And here's the Greek on the second line and the Latin in the lower line. And here on the chair it says with the ancient Greek symbol for the theta. So the word spelled out here is thanatos. It means death. So he's sitting in the death chair here at this point. And then over on the other side here, down behind the bad priest here, we see a little piece of paper here with the thanatos scratched onto it, being the mark of death. And then from Matthew 26 verse 66, and the way it's shaded in, you can see the 666 on it. And then on the bottom of the shoes, let's look and see what we got here. See, cat's paw. Cat's paw was the name of a heel that they used to always use when you had to have your heels replaced on your shoes. And here's 2 Corinthians 11 verses 14 and 15. And then over on the other shoe here, you see again the cat's paw won't slip. That was the symbol and the motto. And here's Matthew 27, 24 through 25. So we've got the cat's paw won't slip, but ironically they're on the bottoms of the feet of the fallen priests with the scripture verse that match up with it. and they took a stick, and it said they pounded him on the head with a stick. They were driving the thorns in from the crown of thorns. There is that root that the scripture says that the wicked is like a root plucked up out of the ground. And that's because when that root is plucked out of the ground, it's no longer a source of life. It can't get any type of nourishment into it, and then the plant withers and dies. And the old priest here, you can see right on the tip of his nose all the blood veins. They call them gin blossoms, that from all the great amount of alcohol that he's been consuming. And on his hat, on his crown here, we have the Roman numerals. At that time it was before they had a letter M as a numeral, but the numerals that are shown here are numerals that were the original in the Roman numbering system, and when you add them all up, it comes up to 666.